the Gorgeous Geeks.
Hi, Katrina. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Okay, cool. Now, I have to start off this interview because I love The Killing, and great show. So what's it like being on the show? Because watching it is so intense.
Yeah. Being on the show is unbelievable. It really is. I have to say, like, working on set, I think it's just kind of like watching the show. It's very intense. And the scenes themselves have so much depth and so much stuff going on, and no matter what scene you do. So I think being on set is kind of like being a viewer. You don't really quite know what's going on. I don't. I have no clue what's happening. So it's very intense for me to be there.
Okay.
That's why I do it for them.
Yeah, so how often do you know, like, far in advance, like, what's going to happen? Or do you, like, just get, like, the script and, like, just only with some of your scenes in it, or?
I know nothing what's going to happen. They don't tell me anything, and that's totally fine. Yeah, like, even I haven't read a script at all the second season. All they give me is just what I have to do, which is really kind of cool for me, because everything is very kind of mysterious for me, and it's kind of nice that way, not to be aware of all the main things that are going on.
That's really cool. So you're just sitting back watching the show yourself and not knowing anything. That is so funny.
Exactly. Kind of what I like about it is I'm watching like everyone else, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on apart from like what my scenes are.
So what can we expect from Jasper?
Well, I can't tell you that. Watch this week's episode, and it'll definitely be exciting.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. Now, you've also been on The Secret Circle, and you're actually going to be on an episode that's airing tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah. Can you tell us anything about that, about the witch hunters or anything?
Yeah, well, I did an episode back really early on in the season, probably that no one remembers.
Masked, yeah.
I chloroformed two of the lead girls, in my Halloween episode, and they kind of just brought me back out of the blue to kind of mess things up again. I don't know exactly what kind of happens with the character, but he comes into town for a little bit.
Oh, cool. Now, you're also going to be starring in the film Rufus. Can you tell me about that?
Absolutely, yeah. The film, we shot it out in Saskatoon. Well, actually, it's a town called Dundurn in Saskatchewan, town of about only like 600 people. It was a great time. The film is about this quote-unquote vampire. He's he looks 15. He's actually like 200. And he's been kind of on the run from this pharmaceutical company that's after him to use his DNA, kind of a product type of thing.
Oh, cool.
He's been on the run for a very long time, and he kind of tried to implant himself into this small town and just kind of blend in and be a part of our lives. And I take him. His name is Clay. He's a jock town. He's very full of himself. He thinks he's the best, and in that town, he's very low. When Rufus comes, he feels like his authority's been challenged. It's a very interesting relationship between the two of them. But yeah, I think that's I haven't been told exactly when that's come out, but it'll be out this year, I believe, and we're going to be doing a film festival on.
That's really cool. So, do you have like any like are you a jock yourself, or do you have any like jock tendencies?
I don't know about that. I love sports. I'm a total sports guy.
Okay.
The day I was born, pretty much, my dad raised me that way. I'm a football mainly. I'm a Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah, never miss a game. So yeah, I'm not into sports, but I'd say my body type doesn't really constitute me being at a lot of. I feel like I'm pretty athletic, but apart from my love for sports, I'm not the most muscular of people.
Okay. Now, you're also filming the show Continuum. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. I think everyone's going to love this series a lot. It's starring Rachel Nichols. She was kind of like the lead girl in G.I. Joe with Channing Tatum a few years back, and she's done a ton of stuff. She's in it, and it's very complicated, but to get into it, of it's kind of like, it has a little bit of time travel back from the year 2077, and the show's actually based in Vancouver.
Cool.
Like, the whole storyline takes place in Vancouver, so that was kind of cool to see. Kind of shoot in your hometown. Your hometown. And a bunch of characters kind of come back from 2077 back to 2012, and a lot of them are kind of, let's say, activists, but they're kind of extremists in their ways. And Ryan Nichols plays this cop who comes back after them to kind of capture them, and she's trying to get back home, and it's kind of, you got to wait and see if she will get back home or if she can stop these activists/terrorists from doing, kind of wreaking havoc on whatever they want in present-day time.
Wow. That does sound really cool. I really can't wait to see it, because it comes out this fall, right?
I couldn't get into it too much. It's very complicated.
Okay.
I have a difficult time wrapping my head around it.
Well, you're very busy. You're a very busy guy.
Yeah, no, I've been really lucky. I've been very, very lucky lately.
Yeah. So what made you get into acting? Because you are young now, but you've been doing this since you were a kid, right?
Since I was 10. I've been doing it 10 years now.
Wow.
I kind of got into it. My sister started doing it when she was 10, and she's about 6 years older than me. And I think it was kind of like a monkey see, monkey do.
Okay.
Because she did it, I wanted to do it. So my parents made me wait till I was 10, and then they got me an agent. And I kept trying at it. I didn't quite like it all that much when I was a kid, and I didn't really fall in love with it till I was about 15, when I did a movie called Trick or Treat.
Okay.
But I just absolutely fell in love with the whole family aspect of being on set and just having a great time, and I fell in love with the craft, and since then I couldn't really imagine myself doing anything but acting.
Well, that's really cool. Sometimes it takes people 50 years to figure out what they want to do, so it's really cool that you did that.
I've been extremely blessed that way.
Yeah.
I figured it out very quickly, and I'm not letting up.
That's really awesome. So where do you hope to go in your career? Do you hope to win an Oscar one day, or do you just want to do jobs that are interesting and fun like Johnny Depp?
Well, you know what? I don't think winning an Oscar is really in my big picture. If that ever were to occur, I wouldn't say so. But, my main, where I'm most happy is just being on set. So if I'm working consistently in my life, I'm a very, very happy human being.
It's cool. So if you could work with any actor in Hollywood, who would it be?
Ooh, that's difficult. So many of them that last night I actually saw a film called The Hunter, which is Willem Dafoe's new movie. I think he is one of the most unpredictable actors out there when you watch him.
Oh, yeah.
Really take down what he's going to do. He just is very odd with his choices, but he makes odd choices seem so natural. So brilliant about him. I think right now the guy I don't think can do any wrong is Hardy. I really love Tom Hardy's work. It's phenomenal. If you've seen the movie Warrior, it's really brilliant. It's kind of a MMA, which I'm not a huge fan of.
Okay.
Tom Hardy and Nick Nolte in that movie are just unbelievable, and if you're an actor, I'd say that's a movie to watch.
It's really cool. Now, this question I have is a bit random, but I read that you really love SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you know the fun song?
Do I know the what?
The fun song that they sing on the show.
It's for friends who do stuff together.
Yes.
And me, and it's for any time and anywhere at all. Out here in the deep blue sea. Would you be referring to that song?
Yeah. That is awesome.
I do know a little bit about that.
Well, you really do love that show.
Yeah. I was not kidding. That was not something I'd just say. I really do love SpongeBob. It's probably my favorite TV show of all time.
That's really cool. That is really
cool. I love it. People rag up for being a kid's show. I don't think it is a kid's show. I enjoy it more now than I did when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think there's some jokes in there that a 5-year-old wouldn't be able to get themselves. So
yeah, they slipped some in there that they didn't quite understand as a kid, and now you watch it now and you're like, oh, okay, that's what they meant by that.
Right. Now I'm with the Gorgeous Geeks, and we're all about being proud of being geeks and showing our geeky pride. So what is the geekiest thing about you?
geekiest thing to me. Difficult. I'm sure there's quite a few things. I think it depends on what you consider like geek. I think I'd rather go to movies on a Friday night, go out clubbing.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a geeky thing. I'd much rather just go to a film and like just sit around with my kind of. Other geeky things, I'm a huge fan of lip tag.
Okay.
Just on my Friday night with my friends, we'll put on like war paint.
Wow.
Everything. It's a very, very big ordeal. Geeky though, like is in terms of being a fan of many things. I don't know, I guess I'm not a huge geek in that sense, but I'm sure you can find a lot of geeky stuff about me. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Okay, well, yeah.
I've seen all of them countless times. I have all the extended editions. I've watched all the bonus features plenty of times as well.
Well, yeah, a lot of people will consider that one pretty geeky. But it's cool, though. It's cool.
Well, I think you're crazy if you don't like Lord of the Rings. I think you're out of your mind.
Well, I think it proved itself by making so much money, so all these people saw it for some reason, so...
Exactly. I suppose that's true.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Richard, for taking this time with me. And I'll be sure to check in on Rufus and Continuum and watch The Killing this Sunday and see you tomorrow on The Secret Circle.
Please do.
I will. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Bye. Have a great day.
You too.